Alright, welcome back YouTube. This part 4. This really finna be the finishing part. All we finna do is wrap the door panels. It ain't really too much to do. You just gotta, be steady with your hands and have patience. So, first thing first, let me just start off with this. This is what I use. I know a lot of people use the blue can, but you can also use this. But when you use this, first off, matter of fact, don't think you can't use this. You can always use it. It just you have to let it dry for I give it to 4 days, 3 or 4 days. They say 2 days, 48 hours, but I let it be 3 or 4 days. You just have to let it dry. You can't just tack it down and put it in your car right after that. It ain't gonna work. So let it dry for 3 or 4 days. For those who be using this or try to use this, just let it dry for 3 or 4 days. You'll be good to go. But the blue can works better because it's made for upholstery, for cars and stuff like that. But this stuff works too, so I'm not mad at it. And the only reason I go ahead and get it because it's closer to me. The only people around me that sell it is Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that good stuff. But when it comes to the blue can, the only people that sell that is upholstery shops, and the closest shop that sell it to me is 45 minutes away from me. So I just go ahead and grab this because I know how to work with it. But don't let nobody tell you you're not supposed to, or you can't use this. This stuff works. It really works. You just have to let it dry for some days. But yeah, that's about this. I use a chip brush, a small chip brush for it. I got a heat gun, this just to stretch it. I get it from Home Depot. Now the leather, I said it in one of my videos before, but once again, I get this leather from Covey Fabrics. Shout out to Covey Fabrics. Oh, shout out to JJ's Customs. I'm gonna put his Instagram in it. But shout out to JJ Customs because he the one told me about this and the blue can. So shout out to him. Bro got some fire ass work, so y'all check him out for real. But yeah, the fabric I get it from Covey Fabrics. I've been rocking with them since day one. So y'all check them out if y'all want to get some stuff. By the way, this is 4-way stretch leather made out of false, however you pronounce it. But this is 4-way stretch vinyl. They got a lot of colors. They don't have a whole lot from what I see a lot of shops using, but they got a lot of colors. I'm satisfied with their selection. But pretty soon I'm gonna try to look into some more companies, see if I can get some more stuff. But as far as right now, they got some good colors, and I ain't had no complaints about it. Okay, now the first thing that I do, I wrap my screens first. Just because I think it's the longest process, because you gotta go around it and you gotta get the inside and stuff. The pod is pretty simple to me. That's just my opinion. But if you want to do the pod first, it's your build. But what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna demonstrate the screen first. Now what you want to do, go ahead and cut you out a piece. Now when you cut it out, make sure you can overlap on all sides and corners. Make sure you can overlap, simply because it's nothing wrong with tacking it down on the side, but just to avoid a certain problem, which is when you push it down in the pod, it's gonna press fit. So once you push it down in the pod, you don't want it to peel up, which I doubt would happen, just because the adhesive is pretty strong once it dry up. But just to avoid the problem, you don't want that to happen. So just make sure you overlap when you cut out your piece for your screen. Now once you got it cut out, you put the screen down, upside down, get you a Sharpie, make sure it's in the center. You trace around it, you trace all the way around it. Once you're done with that, you trace on the inside. The reason it's for the tracing is because it gives you a guideline to let you know how far out to put the adhesive down and how far in to put the adhesive down, because you don't want to put it all over all over it. It's pointless. So I mean, if you want to, you can, but trust me, it's pointless. It ain't no point in doing it. So yeah, just go ahead and do your traces. Now, when it come down to the adhesive. I don't drown it because it'll start crinkling up, which is not a bad thing, but you know, you just want to avoid certain situations. You just want to make the process easier and quicker. Now, I don't drown it, but I put enough on there to where I know it's gonna stick. So I'm gonna demonstrate on how to you know, put it out on the outside, on the inside. You guys will see, you know, it's just certain stuff it's hard to explain. I can show you better than I can tell. Now, when it comes to putting it on the wood, make sure you dust off the wood pretty good, you know, brush it off. I seen people put it on the front, like the top part of it, but I don't do it. It's just not me. The only parts I put it on is the back side and on the side of the panel, on the inside of the design. I might, sometimes it depends, I might put it on the corner, like right here, because this the hardest part to wrap when it comes to like these corners. Like corners like this, it's pretty simple, it's real easy, because you know, 4-way stretch, it can stretch. But when it comes to like deep corners right here, curves I meant to say, it's hard to wrap. And I'm gonna show you about that part later on. But let's just go ahead and trace this up and slap the adhesive down, let it dry, and I'm gonna get back with y'all. Now, before you start wrapping, when it comes to the pod, when you put your screen in, when you finish wrapping, if you keep the wood color, I'm gonna let you know when the sun hit it, you can see this color through the mesh, or whatever type of mesh you use, you can see the color through it. So what I do, I just get me some regular old black paint from Walmart or something. It don't matter what it is. It can be primer or flat coat, whatever. Just spray it. Just spray all around it, and it's that simple. I'm not gonna demonstrate that part just because these door panels is not for somebody's car or my car or whatever. I'm just using this for demonstration. But just a pointer, just to let y'all know, if you have mesh in your screens, you can still see through it, and you can see this, just because this is a bright color. So whatever color you using, you know, get you the same paint color, or if you just want to just do the normal black, just spray it or whatever. But if you want to keep this, it's up to you. All right, now that we letting that stuff dry for the screens, we can move on to the pod. Kill 2 birds in 1 stone. First thing first, just go ahead and get you a rag and some water, a washcloth and some water, and just wipe it down. I seen people use wax and grease remover, but I mean, we not painting or nothing like that. But you know, you can just simply use a rag and some water and just wipe it down. You know, make sure you ain't got nothing on it, no residue or none of the stuff that you was cutting and stuff like that. Now, what I want to say first, when it comes to pods, if you doing a pod without screens, you can still trace it, but at the same time, you still gonna have to, in the middle of the fabric, when you tack down the adhesive, you still gonna have to spread it in the middle, simply because you want it tacked down on it. You get what I'm saying? So, but you also need to trace out your rings. That's only if you're doing pods without screens. If you're doing pods without screens, make sure you trace out your circles, your speaker rings. But other than that, when it comes to pods with screens, you just do the same thing, trace it out on the outside. Now, this is my thing. If you trace just around the wall, what I want to say is, when you start tacking down the adhesive, make sure you overlap a big space. Cause see, I know you guys saying when I was overlapping like a little small space for the screens, but see, when it comes to like spots like right here, how it's kind of big, you got to make sure it's enough. Cause at the same time, you're gonna have to, tack down on the back too. So just make sure y'all do enough, man. You don't want to leave no spots empty without the, cause you can have bubbles and stuff like that. So, but let me go ahead and demonstrate real quick so I can show y'all what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna get back with you. All right, everything done dried up. First thing I do, I just go ahead and do the outside first. I handle the inside later. We're gonna handle that later on, but do the outside first. It's just like doing fleece. What I do, just like how I do my fleece, I handle the straight edges first, and then I do the corners. Now, when you got it to the set where you want it, where it won't move and stuff, you press down real hard. Don't press down real hard off top, you know what I'm saying? Because if you do, that's where it's gonna stick at. That's where it's gonna stay at. Just press down enough, like just a light press, and work your way around. And the reason I say do a light press, because just in case you need to peel it back up, you can press it back down. If you press down real hard to where it stay, it's gonna stay right there. So just make sure you do a light press first, and then once you got everything where you want it, then press down hard, and then it'll stick. It'll stay right there in this same position. But Let me go ahead and knock the outside first, and then I'm gonna get back with y'all. All right, now I done got some of the straight edges down. Now, when it comes to the corners and you can't stretch it over it, I'm gonna tell you what you can do. Just where this come in at, all you gotta do, wave it a little bit over it. One hand grab this and wave the gun over it. But you tug on it a little bit. And you tug it a little bit, it starts stretching. Now don't hold it on there, because if you hold it on there, you can burn the leather. But just wave it a little bit. Once it starts stretching, then you can pull it and start tacking it down. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Yup, so this is what I mean about the edge. Just wave it a little bit while you pulling on the same time. You can feel it when it starts stretching, but don't let it stretch too long. But once it starts stretching a little bit, take the heat off of it, go ahead and pull it some, and start tacking it down. Then you'll have a perfect corner just like that. So let me go ahead and knock the rest of this out, and then I'm gonna get back with you. All right, now I didn't tack them all the way down. They're gonna peel up a little bit, but once I do, they're gonna stay. But now, with that said, you have stuff rising up, like when you had the leather rising up, like right up in here. All you gotta do is get you a box cutter or a razor blade. Where it's rising up at, just cut it. Just cut around it. Just cut around it. Now, if it's up from the corner, stretch it back, tack it down, and then cut it. Then cut it. Once you do that, all you gotta do is start pressing down real hard, and they'll stay where they at. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, now I done got the corners down all the way around. All I gotta do now is cut the extra stuff off all the way around. Cut the extra stuff, cause you're gonna need this space right here for the inside.
I got it.
So let me go ahead and handle that, and we can move on to the next part. All right, got it down all the way around on all corners and cut my pieces out. Looking good so far. Now, doing the door panels and stuff, I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years. I don't know. I've been doing it for a little while, I guess you can say. But I just learned how to wrap like lesser than a year ago. I think it's been about a year, but I just learned how to wrap. I'm not to perfection with it, but I know how to make it look good. My stuff is tacked down on the corners. So what I do just to be secured, I get me some staples and staple down the corners. Right here, right there, right there, right there. Cause see, this the ugly side of the door panel, so you're not gonna see it. But just to be secured, I give me some staples and staple down the corner. Self-explanatory. I'm not gonna handle that on camera, so I'm just handle that later. Oh yeah, my bad, y'all. I forgot to tell you in the last video. I use 1/4 staples for my staple gun. I always use them when I'm using 1/2-inch thick MDF, so just keep that in mind. 1/4. Get them out of Walmart or Home Depot. I get these out of Walmart though, cause they cheaper. But there it is right there. But let's move on to the next part. All right, now keep this in mind, y'all. Some of y'all might have, a little bubble around the edges. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Remember I told you I didn't put any adhesive on the top part. Reason being, when you start stretching it like this, it's gonna bring it in automatically. So keep that in mind. Don't worry about the bubbles around the edges. Now what we finna do, we finna cut open the inside of the panel or the screen so we can start wrapping the inside of it. Now what I do first, I stick my hand down and touch the table, like about right here. Give it at least like 3/4 or 1/2 inch. I say at least 3/4. Eyeball it a little bit. Press down, touch the table, and then just go straight across. You know what I'm saying? So you can have enough room to wrap it up under it. Cause I don't cut it freely just because I might miss my mark. I might cut it too short, you know what I'm saying? And you'll still see the MDF. You don't want to do that. So just cut it good enough around up in here, and you'll be good to go all the way around. Now if you have like small areas, you could just do like slits, like from corner to corner, like do it. Watch my pinky, do a slit from here. Watch my index finger, do a slit from here to the middle, and then you go a slit from here. That's only if you got small ones. Everything else, you cut all the way around. Once you're done cutting around, you put a slit right here in the corners. Put a slit right there, slit right there. I usually do 2 slits simply because, like, when I do 2 slits, okay, a slit right here and a slit right here. From the middle of the corner, it'll be an extra piece you can pull to wrap up in it. I don't know if I can explain that better, but you'll see when I get to it. So let's go ahead and knock that out right quick. All right, so this is what I meant about the split right here. So when you're ready to tack up under it, you can pull this part right here and go up under it, and it'll be a better way to close out the corner. You do every corner like that, all the way around. Every corner like that, make a split. So let me go ahead and cut the rest of this out, and I'm gonna show y'all the next part. All right, cut out everything. Now, I'm gonna show y'all something. I had messed up right here. I went in too deep. Therefore, if I stretch it down, it's gonna be on the panel. It's gonna be on the wood. You're gonna be able to see the wood. But what I did up here on the other side of it, I cut a whole lot. I made it have a whole lot of space right here. So when I pull it and stretch it up under it, I still have enough space to cover this. So just keep that in mind for a tip. But what I'm finna do now is go ahead and flip the other side over and go to work, you know, fill it in. Now, when it comes to deep corners, like real sharp curves, like right here, especially right here, right there, you know, real sharp corners, what I do, for example, that's what this come in handy for. You pull it up, you know, you tack it down right here, but it's not gonna stay. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know now. So what I do for a guide, I go ahead and pull it up, put it right here, and staple it down, put a couple staples on it, and it'll sit right there, it won't move. Therefore, you can go ahead and, you know, finish your work, go all the way around. But before you do that, make sure you handle the curve first from the outside. You handle the curve first from the outside, then you work your way in. Once you work your way in, sorry, I can't use two hands right now, but once you work your way in and you flip this little piece onto the board, put your couple staples down, then you're good to go. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, here it is. Here's the staple. Got it down. Ain't going nowhere. Now, this what's finna happen. You see I got like a little bubble right there. All I gotta do, the little extra part right here, all I gotta do is stretch it and tack it down. It'll delete it. It'll get rid of it. All right, before I finish it, one more thing. For example, your little pull piece, if you can't tack it back, all you gotta do is just get your little razor blade or your box cutter and just cut a little bit more. Don't cut it too much. Just cut it enough where it can stretch back. Make sure you stretch it out as far as you can. Don't stretch it too hard, but stretch it out as far as you can. Pull lightly. Cut it just a little bit until you can tack it back. And then you'll be good to go. Let me go ahead and finish up. I didn't finish, but I just want to show y'all a little teaser. On what mine look like, on how I do it. So let's go ahead and handle this, finish this out, and we can move on to the pod. Alright, got it wrapped, got the screen wrapped. I'm gonna put it in the pod in a minute, but just going over it, make sure everything's straight. Look pretty good. Now, I left out a couple pointers. For example, let me find one. For example, like right here, I made a split, right, to make a pull piece. But if it get too hard to, you know, to pull it back, get your gun, concentrate on this little part right here, pull it. Once you pull it enough, it's gonna stretch. It's gonna stay stretched right there. Once the heat go away from it, and you get your box cutter, your razor blade, you cut right in the middle of it. You're gonna make two pieces out of one. Therefore, you can pull it back some. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all, some of these corners gonna give you a nail biter. It's gonna be a pain. So just be ready for it. You know, it take time and patience, you know. You just gotta be good with your hand. Now, I know it's a lot of things I was doing in this rapping. I don't wanna say it's the wrong way, but I'm sure it's the hard way I was doing it. But it's the only thing I can work with right now until I get some advanced equipment, you know what I'm saying? So, but this do for now. Another thing, when you press down, instead of using your hands, cause see, I don't use my hands. I take the butt part of my box cutter and I just press down real hard. Or I seen the guy do this on YouTube. Get you a spoon, get you like a silver spoon, put your thumb inside the spoon and just press down. That part worked. But other than that, here it is. This the ugly side. It's the good side. Now it's time to move on to the pod. All right, here we is, on to the pod. Now, this part is a little tricky. I wrap it the same way how I do my screen. Start from the outside, work my way in. We gonna handle the inside later because that's the easiest part. Now, the outside, all right, so when you put it on it, go around it, you gonna have curves around it. All the way around, you gonna have curves. Now, I say work one side at a time, all the way around. Just simply because you gotta make sure it's flushed down. You don't want no bubbles or nothing, because if you have bubbles, of course, you know what's gonna happen. It's gonna start rising up. So once you tack it down, like for example, I'll start at the top up here, make it flat, and then I'll work my way to this side. Now, if I have like a wrinkle, like a big wrinkle where it won't be flush right here, all you gotta do is just concentrate this side right here with your gun until it start getting flat, and then just press down on your way down. Press down on your way down. You do that all the way around. Press down on your way down on the corners. Cause the flat part is gonna be flat. It's gonna be easy. That's real easy. It's just like when you wrapping fleece. It's just like when you wrapping the screen. You always handle your straight edges first, and then you do the corners. Now, after that, once you get done, you flip it over. You flip it over. And it's just like when you do the fleece corners or when you do the screen corners, you know, just go to work. Do the straight edges first, do the corners. It's all the same process. You do the straight edges first, then you do the corners. No matter what you wrapping, no matter if it's fleece or if it's leather. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just how I do it, and it worked for me. So. But let me just go ahead and knock this out right quick, show y'all what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. I apologize. I didn't have my camera setting up high enough, but I'm gonna just show you like this. So I tacked down the top part, of course, flat. And I did the side part flat. And you know how you got this big wrinkle right here? This big wrinkle right here. It was the same way right here. And all I did was get my gun, concentrated on it, and started smoothing it down, peeling it up, smoothing it down. You know, same process. That's all you gotta do. So that's basically all you gotta do to the pod on the corner. Cause you know it's flat all the way around. So that's why I said this part is easy. It's easier than the screen. But let me try to flip it over and try to do it again so you can really see it. Like I said, I apologize for the camera angle. That was my fault. But yeah, let me go ahead and do that right quick so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. So, as y'all seen, I straightened it out right here. All I gotta do is just stretch this around, press it out, stretch it around, tack it down on the back, it'd be good to go. That's how you get them wrinkles out. Like I said, this part is easy, but let me go ahead and finish up this pod. Then we can move on to the next part, which is the center. All right, my bad, y'all. I didn't know the camera went dead, so this where I'm at so far. Got the staples down on the back so it can hold it till it dry up, till it really cure up. But the wrinkles, don't worry about the wrinkles on the back side. You ain't gonna be able to see it. As long as you don't have wrinkles on the edges. As long as you don't have wrinkles on the edges and on the side, you're good to go. But I only got a little juice on my camera. I just charged it up just a little bit just so I can show y'all this part. But I'm gonna just go ahead and knock this out, and I'm gonna get back with you when I get done. Then you should see the finished product. All right, got the pod all wrapped up. Pointer, you see any small wrinkles, small creases, just go ahead and just push it down. It'll get out the way. But got it all wrapped up all the way around. This part right here gave me a little headache. Got a little wrinkle right here, but you know, this is a demonstration. If it was a customer or, you know, something that I really wanted to do, I'll probably end up taking it apart and tacking it back down. But y'all get the point, y'all get the concept. set right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this next part, pretty simple. Before you start, make sure you press down real hard on your wall, on the edge of your wall. Press down real hard so it can stick to it. Once you're done with that, you press down on it and cut out the same way how you did the middle of your screen, the little design middle part of your screen. Do the same way, cut it out, press down, cut it out. Once you do that, then you just start, tacking it to the wall. And make sure you do your splits too. Make sure you do your splits. Let me go ahead and handle that and show y'all what it look like. All right, and got it all the way around. And once you tack it down, go ahead and cut this little excess stuff off. Cause if it's lapping over the edge, if it's lapping over the corner or the floor and the wall, it's gonna, have some bubbles. So just go ahead and cut it off and then tack it down. Make sure it's secured all the way around. Then after that, go ahead and throw it in there, test fit it. Now, keep in mind, when you put this in, it's press fit. It's press fit all the way around. So what's even good about it, just in case, which I doubt it'll come up, but just in case, while it's press fit, it's holding this down while it's curing. So you're good to go once you put it in. You can go ahead and put it in. Now, don't forget, I say give it 3 days. It say 2 days, but I say give it 3 days. I normally do 4. I go ahead and let it be 4 days, just to be sure. So I'm gonna let this cure up. I'm gonna show y'all what it look like with the screen in it, but I'm gonna let this cure up, and I'll see y'all in a couple days. All right, y'all, it's been about 3 days. I know I said 4, but this is nobody's door panel, so I decided to go ahead and knock this last stage out, and that's the speaker grill mesh. This stuff right here, I really love it. It really works. It's real thick too. And I had a little test of my own. I had wasted some drink in my Impala when I had my Impala one time. Driving, I had the same kind of material. It never got inside the panel, so it works real good. Even when it rains, it covers your speakers and stuff. I know a lot of people use different material, but this is the material I use. I get it off Amazon. I might put the link in the description. If not, I'll put a screenshot of what it is on Amazon. It's real cheap. I think it's like $10 or something like that per pack. I forgot the size. I think it's 24 by 48 or something like that. I don't know. I know it's a big pack. I haven't bought a pack in a while because I got a whole bunch of it, especially black. But it works real well. Now, If you guys got some other material that I can use, hit me up in the comments, let me know what it is, or hit me up on my Instagram. How I first start off putting it on here, of course I use staples, but I start off from 4 sides, from top, bottom, left, right. Now when you put it on here, when you spread it out, don't stretch it. Don't stretch it. Don't stretch it at all. Because once you staple, because what you're going to do, you're going to staple it all around. Once you staple all around, it's going to be stiff regardless. And plus, you don't want it to be stretched anyway, because no matter what, if this wrap or what, however you put your screens in, it's still, if it's press fit, it still can, you know, it still can flex a little bit. And when it flex, you know, it'll mess up the screen. So don't stretch it at all. But yeah, I start off top, bottom, left, right. Then I hit the corners, like here, put one right here, put one right here, put one right here, put one right there. Once you get all them staples in, then you can just go ahead and start filling it all the way in. I put staples on every part of the panel, every part all the way around, all up and through here and stuff like that. So any other techniques, let me know, but that's the only technique I know as far as putting speaker grill mesh in the panel. So let me go ahead and knock this out right quick, and I'm gonna show y'all the finished product. All right, got all the staples in, everything down. All you gotta do is just cut it out. Cut right behind the staple. Don't cut too close to it right here. Just cut at least about right here, all the way around, and you good to go. All right, I went on and tightened up the screws. Now, before you go ahead and put everything together, don't forget, if you ain't already done it, cut out your holes. Cut out your holes for your speakers on the door panel. You could do it the same way how you did the base. You know, just go around, go across, go back around, go across. Or you could just cut out a hole. Just make sure everything fit good. But I'm not gonna cut mine out. You know, like I said, this nobody's door panel. It's just a demonstration video. But let me go ahead and show y'all the finished product. All right, here it is, y'all. Everything looking good. Not bad, not bad. Get a little light right quick. Not bad, man. And honest truth, I didn't even put my best effort into this, so. But this, I'm just letting you know, this how I make my door panels. This is what yours should look like if you ran with the method. Now, when it comes to the leather, you can use products for, you know, leather cleaning or interior cleaning. It's not gonna mess it up. It's waterproof and everything. I always look up my stuff before I start using it, so. But yeah, everything looked good. And this is what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see it, but off camera, I can see it. You can see it better. You can see the brown through the mesh. So like I said, whatever color mesh you using, make sure you paint it the same color on the board if you don't want that to show. But everything look good, man. A little dusty a little bit, but you know, you get the concept. Yeah, so if y'all running with this type of concept, man, leave a like. You know what I'm saying? If I'm missing anything or if I can do anything better to help build my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment or hit me up on Instagram. You know, leave some pointers or whatever. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget, the giveaway is still going on. Basically, this is how I make my door panel. So whoever win the giveaway, you know, you can get this type of look or whatever, however you want it. Just make sure you go check out that video so you can get the information on the excuse me, get the information on the giveaway. August 21st, I will be picking. Well, actually on my birthday, August 22nd. But I appreciate everybody watching, man. Got a little nick right there. I didn't mean to do that, but I appreciate everybody watching. But I finally got my truck back, so be on the lookout. I got a couple stuff I need to do on the truck. And it's gonna be epic. Some stuff I never did before. Impala trunk, it's basically done. Just got to do a little touching up on it. I'll be releasing that video probably in the next month. Just trying to get some stuff out the way for my truck first. Got some more content. Working on my homeboy stuff too. You know, I got a lot going on, man. So just stay tuned on the channel. Appreciate everybody watching. Share it, by the way. Share the channel, by the way. If you like what you see and you know somebody that's gonna like what they see. So, appreciate it, man. Catch y'all on the next one. 100.